Hello, hello, worship leaders and music directors here at Kingdom Culture. I wanted to take a minute to do another worship mentoring moment to go over some things that I think is vitally important for us to stay on top of. Number one, let me just say thank you for your dedication and your service to the movement and your heart to make sure that God's people are led into worship. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. One of the things that I want to talk about, and I'm sure you'll hear more about this from your campus pastors, and it's going to be really important that as it relates to your MD worship leader meetings, that meeting is stationary. Consistency builds momentum. Consistency builds momentum. So it's very important that that meeting is stationary. So it means that we meet on this day at this time, this location. Now, if something happens, whereas someone's schedule changes, that kind of thing, I mean, things happen, but we really need to do our best to make sure that is on the same day, time, every single week. Because what's happening now is that we have some occasions where some of us, both worship leaders and MDs, are late, or the inconsistency of it. We don't know if we're meeting, where are we meeting, when are we meeting. So we need to get that in line. So I'm just kind of putting the mandate out there right now. Get it in line this week. So set that date, and I want everyone to email me, sdumas at mykingdomculture.com, and CC your campus pastor. So again, email me and CC your campus pastor, as well as, I forgot that has to be on the calendar, so as well as Pastor Danae, so that's D Holloway at mykingdomculture.com. The reason why is because your campus pastor needs to be able to personally manage, make sure that you all are having your meetings. Of course, I need to be aware of everything that's going on, and then your the executive pastor, Pastor Danae, handles the church calendar, and all of those meetings need to be on the calendar. We can't just pop up and do meetings. All of that stuff needs to be on the calendar. We're going to move in excellence. So I need you guys to get that handle, and I need that emailed to me by Thursday of this week. I need that emailed to me with CCing your campus pastor and Pastor Danae at dholloway at mykingdomculture.com to make sure that we are aware of what's happening. Here's the other thing. I want everybody to remember that 15 minutes before the worship experience, we consider the worship experience have already started. Everything should be set. So there's no prayer huddles, there's no meetings, there's no going over notes or anything of that nature. 15 minutes before the worship experience, everything is set and ready to go. It's going to be vitally important that we handle that and we take care of it. One of the things that we need you to do is when you're having that 15 minutes before, you guys are not hidden in the back waiting for the countdown to start. We're actually going out and connecting with partners and guests. So we're going in the sanctuary at whatever campus that you're at, or we're going outside and helping the greeters with greeting people, whatever that looks like. But we are out among the people, connecting with the people. At the 5-minute countdown, and only at the 5-minute countdown, then do we move ourselves to get in place for the worship experience. So when the 5-minute countdown starts, then you move to get in position for the worship experience to start. Otherwise, you're out and about in the congregation, sanctuary, or outside helping the greeters, greet the people, welcoming them, being a part of the process of making sure our guests feel welcome. So that's going to be really, really important that we manage that and we get it together. Here's the last thing that I wanted to just kind of give you about technicalities and making sure we have things together, is that when you receive the calendar, you will make sure that you receive the lyrics. When you receive the lyrics, we're singing the songs the way the songs has been given to you. So even if it's a song that you feel like we've sang before, it's better for you to ask questions, because you're not going to You're not supposed to do it based upon the way that you thought we've done it before, but rather by the lyrics that have been emailed to you. The lyrics that have been emailed to you. That's how we're doing the song. And so, to be very direct, this past week, 2 out of 3 of our campuses revamped the songs based upon how we used to do the song rather than the lyrics that you were sent. So we just want to kind of get that in order. It's not a huge deal. I know we're used to used to singing things certain ways and doing things a certain way, but we want to do that. Remember this, out of all of the songs you receive, you are to sing the songs, all of the lyrics, right? After you finish singing the songs and worshiping through those songs, if you have time left, you can do whatever you want to do. You feel like you want to do something prophetic or unction of a song, run with it and do it. But make sure that those songs are in there and complete it. All 3 or 4, however many songs are in the worship set are completed, then you can go and linker into something else, okay? It's very important. Now, here's the last thing I want to talk to us all about is the vital and very important aspect is that you cannot lead people to a place you have not been. You cannot lead people to a place you have not been. The place of the secret place, the place of prayer, is going to be the most important thing to you as a worship leader and a music director. If you're not consistently in the presence of the Lord in prayer, in study, and in worship, you will not be able to lead. And here's the other thing about it. If we're not there, guys, then what happens is we begin to operate out of our flesh. That's how worship leaders and MDs and musicians on their team can get agitated with each other and not connecting with each other or understanding exactly how to connect. God begins to work on your heart so we don't throw fits because the sound is not right. And this is for all worship leaders and MDs. We don't throw fits. We don't do diva mentality. We're here to serve with each other. Very, very important. I'm going to remind you of something I used to always say. The production team or the media team is not against the worship team. The worship team is not against the production and media team. There's not ever a reason for you to lash out, to act strange towards, or to treat anyone in the aspect of creating this worship experience in a negative way. We have to get a hold of our emotions. And I'm going to tell you where your emotions will be settled is in the place of prayer. It's a mandate that I'm placing upon all of you that you get into prayer, man. And I'm going to encourage your campus pastors to be checking on you as it relates to what's your prayer life looking like? What's your devotion life looking like, man? Because I'm convinced that we cannot come out of the secret place behaving like the devil. I'll say it again. We can't come out of the secret place behaving like the devil. When we come out of the secret place, God pushes you to deal with your emotions. I've dealt with it. I know what I'm talking about. God will literally deal with me and the way I handle things and people, and correct me and put me in place in an order. You are some of the most amazing individuals on planet Earth. And what God has called for you to do is going to require for you to be in the secret place. Not just for kingdom culture, for your life. If you can't get discipline in this place, forget changing the world. Forget writing songs that everyone sings. Forget going across the nations. Forget fulfilling destiny. The place of prayer is where God is calling you. It will calls for you to align yourself with the will and the plan of God for you to go to the next level. I believe in all of you, but let me tell you what, I believe in who I saw God say that you were. I believe in who God says that you are. And so you cannot live like you've lived before. You've got to embrace what God is saying you're supposed to live out now. The newness of Christ. Let that be in you. Stop with the old ways. Stop with the old ways of thinking across the whole board of your entire life, not just in what you do in your serving. Ask God to help you to lead and to serve the best way you can. Cannot lead people where you haven't been. Listen, the secret place is calling you, man. I hope you can hear the call, and I hope you will dedicate time to do it. Okay, so this is what I need from you to do. Here's the next email I need you to send. I want you to create a date with God every single day. This is a time that you're going to set for every day of the week that you're going to meet with God this day. This time, every single day, you're going to set this time. I want you to email it to me, okay? And I want you to email it to me today. Today is the 3rd of August. It's a Tuesday, and I want this email today. I want you to email me today explaining this is when I am going to dedicate my time to God. So maybe it's 30 minutes, maybe it's 15. For some of you, it's an hour. Whatever that looks like, but it's a date with God. You got to begin to build the discipline. You got to begin to build the habit of meeting God in a particular time. You create a date with anybody else, go out whatever you want to go out with, but it's important that you make this time with God. He's going to meet you there. He's going to do something amazing. And I want you to commit to doing this for at least 2 weeks. Okay? And hopefully you'll continue it after that. But I want you to commit to me, commit to God, that you'll do this for 2 weeks. I want to see that email in my inbox today stating to me which time of the day that you will be meeting with God. Make it a consistent time every single day. You'll be meeting with God. And how long will you be there? How long will you be there? Email me if you have any questions, concerns about anything I talked about or anything beyond that. The Group Me is a great place for me to be able to help you and serve you. And beyond that, you know where I'm at. You can reach out to me. Love you guys. You're amazing. Bye-bye.